I'm Professor Rima Nabbout, and I'm leading the working group 2, which is on genetic testing in rare and complex epilepsies. This working group is co-led by Rita Keivainen from Finland. I'm from France, and I'm coordinating the French Reference Center for Rare Epilepsies. So our work was mainly to answer a major point of care, which is how to provide early diagnosis for patients with rare and complex epilepsies, and how to disseminate this early diagnosis methodologies for genetic epilepsies. And during the last year, what we were able to provide were, I would say, on 3 axes. We did a survey to understand in each country, for each member of EpiCARE, what is available on a national level, because working together does not mean to make patients travel, to make families move, but to reinforce the national levels and to see what are the unmet needs, and then to put EpiCARE as an umbrella to help to better develop the national levels, but also to answer as a group of experts to the needs of the families and patients. So this survey showed discrepancy in the availability of genetic testing in Europe, and all the groups of EpiCARE, and now with the enlargement of the groups with EpiCARE, we are working together to fill the gaps for the genetic testing. The second axis that is completely related was on orphanet codes. You know that we have coding system which is very efficient and very helpful for all rare diseases, and rare epilepsies are part of it. So in our working group, we work to update the ontology and the coding of the rare epilepsies, based also on our close work and participation in the International League Against Epilepsy Task Force for the definition of syndromes and for the classification of epilepsy. And this work will be hopefully implemented this year in the orphanet glossary. And again, with orphanet, what we need in these rare genetic epilepsies are some summaries that can be available, and I would say easily understandable by patients, by general practitioners. And we initiated this huge work on building up or updating for already known summaries in orphanet, the description, the main description on 1 page of each rare epilepsy. And this work will go on for the coming 5 years, because it is really a big work, as we have over 200 summaries to update or to build up. And all of this work was done in collaboration, definitely, with other working group in our EpiCARE, as the guidelines working group that was working on giving more detailed guidelines for the patients, for the general practitioners, and for the expert. And I would emphasize the last axis. Dissemination is always a very important point. And we worked with the EPACS group on dissemination of all what we did as these summaries, as these codes. We participated to the leaflets that were done on the diseases by the EPACS group, dedicated to be easily understandable by families, patients. And what we also did in our working group, we had a supplement in a very important journal at the European level, the European Journal of Medical Genetics, where we had a supplement dedicated for rare epilepsies, and where we have already three papers that were published, and we will advertise them and disseminate them. 4 others that are under revisions, and those papers were a kind of cornerstone papers that we wanted to announce on the needs of our EPAGs and of the families in relation to the genetic epilepsies and rare epilepsies, some networks that are already working and that can be in a way an example, and I'm proud to say it as a French network, being a French, but in other countries there are this work, and some works on the definition of what are rare epilepsies, genetic epilepsies, and about initiating guidelines to work on these diseases. So what would be our, I would say, chantier, or what would be our construction building work for the coming 5 years? Definitely we will continue a close collaboration with all the other working groups. We will try to integrate in the best way the new members and affiliated members, because every single expertise is needed. We will try to disseminate at definitely European level, but we will try to work on dissemination on national levels, especially for the genetic testing, the genetic epilepsies, and the orphanet work. We will continue the summary work. As I said, we will have the implementation of orphanet, and this will be very helpful for the registry work that will be ongoing in 2022 in our network. And finally, what we are intending to do is to work on case discussion, to increase the case discussion between local, national expert and the whole group of EpiCARE, again in order to improve the care of the patients, decrease the wandering and the errance of the patients, and the odyssey to find diagnosis. And our last point that will be achieved in the coming 18 months will be an updated guideline after a survey of what is available for genetic testing, how we should perform a genetic testing, and how to be able to answer the needs of every patient with rare epilepsies where we believe that there is a genetic etiology underlying it. Thank you.